You're about to check the parts of Windows Update that most often make downloads crawl or stall, delivery optimization, and its bandwidth controls. This walkthrough also gives you a PowerShell way to confirm what Windows is actually doing, and windowsforum.com is a good place to compare your results with other Windows users. Before you change any settings, it helps to know what Windows is actually using. Delivery optimization is not just a limiter. It is a hybrid downloader that can fetch update pieces from Microsoft servers, a connected cache server, or nearby peers, then merge those byte range segments into one file. That means your PC always has a normal Microsoft download path available, and peer sharing is just an optional layer on top. If peer data cannot be verified, Windows falls back to direct HTTP instead of trusting it. The bandwidth sliders matter because they can quietly throttle the traffic Windows uses for updates. The key detail is that the percentage-based download limits only apply to Microsoft servers, connected cache, and non-local peers. Traffic from a peer on your own LAN is not capped by those settings. That is why a setting that looks harmless can still make downloads crawl on slower links. Upload rules matter too, because Windows limits how much your device will share with others, especially on battery or across a monthly cap. If the settings page does not explain the slowdown, PowerShell can show you what delivery optimization is really doing. The status commandlet tells you the live download state and source behavior. The config commandlet shows the current delivery optimization policy, and the performance snapshot gives you a deeper look at how the download is progressing. That is especially useful when you suspect peering, caching, or throttling is involved, but the UI does not make it obvious. When you want proof instead of guesswork, these checks are the fastest way to get it. You start here because you need to confirm Windows Update is actually waiting on a download and not something else. On screen, you open Settings and go straight into Windows Update, which is where the download status appears. If the update sits at downloading or stays at 0% for a long time, that points you toward delivery optimization or a hidden throttle. If you do not see a download issue here, the slowdown may be coming from a different update phase. This step matters because peer downloads can help or hurt depending on your network. You open Settings, go to Windows Update, then Advanced Options, Delivery Optimization, and turn to Allow downloads from other devices. If this is causing trouble, disabling it removes peer traffic and forces a cleaner path through Microsoft servers. If the toggle does not seem to help, check whether your connection is metered or whether another bandwidth limit is still active. Now, you are checking the most common hidden throttle, download bandwidth limits. On screen, you move through Windows Update, Advanced Options, Delivery Optimization, and open Limit Bandwidth Used for Downloads. That section controls how much of the available connection Windows lets update traffic use, so a low limit can make downloads look stuck, even when they are working. If opening it does not reveal the controls you expect, look for wording changes between Windows 10 and 11 builds, and expand the row directly. You inspect upload limits because delivery optimization also shares pieces out to other devices, and that can affect how Windows behaves overall. You stay in delivery optimization and open limit bandwidth used for uploads to review those controls. Upload caps and monthly limits help prevent surprise usage, but they can also be part of why the feature feels restricted. If uploads are not the issue, keep in mind that download throttling and peer settings are separate, so one can still be limiting updates even when the other looks fine. This step matters because the diagnostic commands you are about to run need elevated rights. You open Start, type CMD, then right-click Command Prompt and choose Run as Administrator. And the shield icon tells you Windows is asking for admin privileges. If you skip the elevation, the commands may not return the full delivery optimization information you need. When the admin prompt does not appear, check that you launched the right shortcut and not a normal command prompt window. You confirm the user account control prompt so the elevated shell can actually start. On screen, you click Yes, which gives command prompt administrator rights for the next commands. This matters because Windows blocks certain system-level diagnostics without consent. If the prompt never appears or closes immediately, start over from the admin launch and make sure you are approving the UAC dialog, not dismissing it. Now you are checking delivery optimization from the inside instead of guessing from the settings page. In PowerShell, you run get delivery optimization status, get do config dash verbose, and get delivery optimization perf snap verbose to inspect the live state, current configuration, and performance snapshot. If the commands are typed but not run yet, press enter after each one so PowerShell executes them. If the output looks empty or incomplete, make sure PowerShell is running as administrator and that you typed each command exactly as shown. If your update still feels stuck after these checks, you now know where to look next and what each setting is really controlling. For more Windows 10 and 11 repair walkthroughs like this one, keep windowsforum.com handy.